Just gonna double check if the audio is all good before we get going. Alright then, hello everybody, welcome to BRL Season 12, our first round here in Bahrain. It is pretty much a sunset here around the track at the minute, and we have got a all new lineup and hopefully a few more people joining us to make it a full grid. At the minute though, not 100% sure if everyone is going to make it all the time. We might have 19 drivers, we might have 20, or I could just stay as 18, I am not too sure. But yeah, definitely a few new people in here at the minute. Nat Packers is one that we have for that's definitely new from my knowledge. Rashik Mills is back after quite a while away, I believe. He was here for about the first 1 or 2 rounds of last season, but he is now back. Liam Z as well, also one who I believe is actually new to the server, or will definitely have not done that many races. Just 1 second here, because I'm trying to fix at the minute what we use normally for our graphics, which is racing tools. I'm trying to fix this at the minute, but yeah, right now, if we have... oh, there's a bit of contact already there. Exotic and... I don't know who that was. It was Exotic and an Alpine, definitely. See the drama. That was a bit naughty from what I was seeing there. But let's just double check this. Yeah, I need to make like 100% certain that we've got the temperature settings all correct. So if you just give me 1 quick second. Oh, didn't wait to see that. Yeah, really not sure what's going on in a minute. 27001. Yeah, not really too sure what's happening in a minute. UDP port. I mean, that's correct. Yeah, sorry, in a minute, it's just really not... Yeah, really not working. Not 100% sure if this is going to work. If I try and change this. Actually, give me 1 second with this, guys. Just going to pause the broadcast, so I'll be back in just 1 minute. Alright guys, we're back. Really sorry about that. At the minute, we're quite lost on what we normally use for our graphics. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to kind of manage this and what is going on the screen in a minute. So sorry if I miss things. Yeah, obviously that's why the stream has been paused a little bit as well. Anyway though, Rashik has already topped the times with a low 1 minute 28. I believe that the times we're going to be seeing in this qualifying session, I think, will at lowest go to some mid 27s, so I believe probably a 27.5 or 27.6 will be roughly what we're going to get out of all of these laps. But yeah, quite a few already coming in. Looking like at the minute, the McLaren looking like a decent partnership here. Skills and Liam Z up in P6 and P3 at the minute, so nothing too bad. Red Bull sort of having their drivers split a little bit here, but everything is looking okay so far. I hope this slide timing is going to work. There's going to be... Let's go on board with someone else in a minute. Jerry Sapp, let's watch him go across the line. Where is he going to go? Lovely that level. Jerry Sapp goes P3. Who else will come across the line soon? Is Rio Harris? I believe he is. Let's just go and... yeah, so keep making sure that my live timing's all okay. He's got a problem with the sector, so definitely explains something right there. Still not too sure what is happening in a minute. No idea why. Nothing is going on. It's not really helping right now. Yeah, nothing's really happening in a minute. Just making sure that I've accounted for settings. I mean, I believe I have. We have seen Rio Harris there get up into P3 while I was doing all that. I hadn't in P6 though. Not too bad for the Haas team, where he's having a bit of a struggle out there at the minute with his rear tyres. Obviously, just trying to burn them up, make sure he's not going to use them again, and he'll go back into the pits soon enough. Cold Pillow also on his lap. Oh, and the live timings are back. Okay, brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. So, all live timings are good, and I believe everything else is also good. Our calendars will be all fixed. Yeah, we're on the current season. Let me just do one more thing where I can fully focus myself onto this, guys. Really sorry. Oh, and these change points. Actually, that's quite a big thing. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. It's just it's a bit of a pain in a minute because this is a whole new system we have for racing tools. Definitely should have sorted this out earlier, but I did not realise that there was another system for this. So yeah, definitely not too great at the minute. But anyway, though, Cold Pillow did get up into P13 there, so he's ahead of a few people as of now. Let me just make sure I'm double checking everything here. Make sure everything is all right. Yeah, get there. Getting there soon enough, guys. I'm just really sorry for all this at the minute. It's going to help our league drivers at the minute because obviously they will want the best for their league, and hopefully they don't mind me doing this. But yeah, nothing too bad at the minute. Just making sure everything's all sorted. I believe not many people are going on 2 separate laps right now. I mean, it is 10 minutes of the session, knowing like is really one of the first cross the line for one of his last laps, technically. Yeah, there we go. P17, not too bad. Hazel and Jalen also need to go do their laps again. Rio Harris is on another one, so we're going to have a little watch of him. Very tricky track this Bahrain so far. Quite hard on the lockup, so you'll definitely hear a lockup here going into turn 10, unless he absolutely nails it. Let's have a look. Yeah, big lock on the front there, but it seems to get stopped just in time. Clips curb quite a bit though, so obviously something definitely different is happening at the minute. I'm also to really keep mixing and matching sort of thing. We also need to go and do another thing on racing tools. So I'm really sorry for not fully paying attention to qualifying, but I can tell you right now I will definitely pay attention to the race once we are there. It's just at the minute there is quite a lot of stuff going on that I have not fixed right now, and I'm just trying to make sure they are all fixed because I think everybody else will definitely like that. Yeah, see to make sure we're all okay. It's 1 more minute for myself. Hold on. Second. Sorry, anyway. Yeah, no, Rio Harris has gone quicker so with a 27.9. I'm really trying to keep my eye on both things in it, but it's just, yeah, it's pretty much impossible for me to do that right now. I'm going to try and keep flicking through people who are on laps so you can go and have a look at what they are doing. But yeah, right now it is, yeah, it's quite hard for me to go and sort of keep doing this at the minute and also keep my eye on this. I know it's annoying, but yeah, right now this is about all we have. Yeah, let's try and make sure we still see this, but I don't know what is happening in a minute. The thing is seeming not to be there, which is kind of worrying. Just making sure everything's at least all okay, but yeah, still trying to make sure this is all working. Probably that. Yeah, this is a bit rough at the minute. I'm really sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, it's completely out the window. I'm really sorry I'm not really focused on qualifying in a minute, but I just need to make sure this is all fully sorted, because otherwise, yeah, it's not going to be very good for people to watch this. That was somehow not a massive corner cut by Rashid Niels there, but he is purple sector 1, at least. Once sector 2 is one of the trickier ones to navigate in a minute. He's got Wisdom in front of him, also on a lap. D-Move also there, just went into P4, I believe. Hence was doing another lap there. Exotic went up to P8 after all of that. Buckman also doing his own lap. Nat Packers on a pretty decent lap so far too, but just have to wait and see what his final thing is there. Anyway though, let's have a quick look at what is going on. Right. Okay, let's make sure getting this all correct. Okay, I actually found out there's something wrong with that. Okay, right. Anyway, we can finally focus our way out of that and get back to qualifying. I've just realised something that is not going to work on here, and that's really unfortunate, to be honest with you. But that is just the way it goes right now. Unfortunately, the theme that I want to go for, which is the F125 theme, obviously setting for a new game, does cost money this time, which is kind of annoying, at least for me. The previous two themes have been free by this user, but unfortunately they're asking for paid stuff now, which, you know, still tastes a bag. I'm completely fine in doing that, but yeah, fortunately not to be for me if that is going to be paid. But yeah, anyway though, we still got just enough time in qualifying to look at the last laps of everybody else. Still 5.5 minutes left, so we are going to at least watch some laps and some analysis by myself, which is about all I can ask for there. Skills down immediately invalidating those, so that is not be him with a good lap. Kadon, I believe, is on a lap here, but he's used up, well, a lot of his battery. Look at that. And also somehow not a validation there as well. But it is one of the strict corner cutting, to my knowledge. I don't want to go and check now, because otherwise people are just going to abuse that. But I do believe it is on strict, considering skills down did invalidate the first corner. Anyway though, Cole Pillow on his lap. Let's see if he's able to go any better at the minute. 4 out of 10 sub, but someone else actually jumped up quite a bit there. Pablos up into P8. Lovely lap from him to get his Mercedes up there. But at the minute, it still looks like a 3-4 horse race out in front. Rashik, Rio Harris, Wisburn and Dimu. Jeremy South is still having a little bit of a trio behind him with Liam Zinar Henson. And then Pablos is leading quite a big train down to P13 minute. And Cole Pillow is going to join that one in P14. Is Kadon going to try and join that as well? Or will he go back into the pits? He will go back into the pits. So nothing too much from him either. And yeah, definitely skills down wanting to get back to the pit lane there. Absolutely not caring for the track limits. I guess I don't blame him really, but obviously if you're not going to cut corners blatantly, then that is okay. I mean, tracking something like that, we don't really like, but obviously if you're going to go do it, then we will not punish you for it unless it's going to seriously hinder people's races. Anyway though, Wisburn is currently 3 to the top. That is a monster first sector, because that alone might take him up to the top of the times. Let's have a look. Big front left locker though, but he clips the curve quite a lot. I've seen a lot of people doing this recently. I'm surprised people are clipping a lot of that curve, because I think it really unsettles the car. However, I'm not going to be the one driving, and I feel like these guys are doing it a lot better than me at the minute. But anyway, Wisburn currently on for a great lap. If his second sector is anything to go by, let's have a look. 5 tenths up. This is what I'm talking about with the mid 127s. We're going to be having a look at that right now. Let's see it as he goes round to the final sector. He's still got a bit of battery to play with and a bit of deploy to use. Let's have a look. Will he spot the last corner quite nicely? Yeah, very nicely. In third gear. Not choosing to use fourth for some reason. At least I would choose to use fourth. But once again, I am not driving. He is. He's in the driver's seat as he goes to the 127.5. That is the time I predicted to be pole lap. And will that stand as the pole lap? Let's wait and see, because Wisburn has put in a lovely time there. And if it is, I mean, I'm going to be proud of myself. That's on used tyres as well, I believe. That was 3 laps on them softs. So I believe that is on used tyres. That is a very nice lap from Wisburn. But that might be the last lap he does in this section, because there's only 3 minutes left. And he is, well, he's only coming towards the end of Sector 1. That might be him done. He will not have another lap, most likely, unless he just goes to coming down this lap and then go again. But that is then putting into question how much fuel he then has. Obviously, we're not sure about that one. But skills, skills that minute. I am Liamsey. He's going quite damn quick out there. Level purple in the middle sector. Let's have a look and see what he does. Looking like he's on target for a P4 here, able to split Rio Harris and D-Move, knock D-Move off the second row. Let's have a quick look. Lovely navigation in the final corner there. Let's see it as he runs to the line. What is it going to be? It is going to be P4, splits Rio Harris and D-Move for a minute. Lovely stuff. Let's see if anyone else is on a lap in a minute. CJ Drama is one of them who is not on a lap. Hazard looks like he's about to finish his lap because this is his last one that he's doing. It's only 2 minutes after the session here. And there's a blinking fuel light. He only goes up to P16. But at least that opens up his strategies here. He's likely going to try and go for some more data strategy from the back of the field. And I do not blame him. He needs to make up places somehow. And I think that is the way to do it for him. Let's see, is Wisman actually going to go for another lap? I don't believe he is. The fuel light is blinking. Yeah, he is done. So it's going to be down to Rashik, Rio Harris, or anyone else behind, really. If they can find some severe improvements. Well, if they can even take pole away. Because looking at some of these gaps, I mean, look at that. I mean, what, 9.5 tenths P6? Although, I mean, at least everyone here is definitely very close. I mean, look at that. Paplos down to just Colpilla, separated by about 2 tenths there. Wisdom decides, yep, I am done. He's retired from the session. But here we go. There's a bit of slipstream going on here. Rio Harris, and I believe that is Aiden, taking the slipstream off of Pavlos, so he's at least going to get some benefit on his lap down the straights. But remember, the dirty air is very impactful in this game now, not unlike previous games where it simply just did not exist. Dirty air is very impactful. He's got to make sure he doesn't go too close to the Alpine, but Rio Harris looks like he's getting a decent margin of the way so far, and he is a 10.5 up, but he invalidates. That is his quali over. He tried cutting it a little bit too much, and that is not it for him. Liam Z is in P4 still. Who else on laps there? Nat Pack is off the swords. Aiden, let's see how he's doing currently on the lap with a toe. It looks like Rio Harris still going to go and try and help him out, I believe, or at least it definitely is helping him out unconsciously here. Look at that. Aiden getting a nice little bit of slipstream here throughout the rest of this lap. He's got a nice helping a DRS to try and help his straight line speed too. Let's see what his middle sector is going to be, because I think he'll be the first person to come across the line who is in this sort of pack. He's only a few hundreds up in a minute, but that could genuinely take him up to P10. Let's have a look. And he's going to have a lovely bit of slipstream down here as well, so make sure his car isn't very unsettled here. Rio Harris does pull off. Make sure his car isn't unsettled to the final corner. Let's have a look now. Aiden going to come across the line in a second. What is it going to be for him? Crossing the line is P6. Lovely effort for him at the end of that lap. Brilliant stuff. Looks like Rashik Mills, he is also only 100th down here. Let's see if he's going to be able to improve any more or get a superhuman final sector. Let's see if he can be able to go and take pole away from Wisman. He's going to do it. He is! 27.5, only by a few hundredths, but he has done it. D moves back down this lap. He's not going to go any quicker. Jeremy Sapp looks like he's still going. Our Henson's still going. Exotic, no, Nat Packers actually, sorry, crosses his line there. He is up into P9. Aston and Jalen going to come across the line in a second. He goes up to P12. Nothing too bad from him. Blackbone, about a 10th down at the minute. He is not going to find any time unless he sends this final sector, or at least keeps it half clean. Let's have a look now as he's going to come across the final corner. Little bit hesitant there on the throttle. Quite a big slide though as he comes out of it, wanting to gain time. I don't believe that's going to be an improvement for him. Never mind, it's only a small improvement, but it takes him up just that little bit more. Knowing like goes to P16. Looks like there. Skills down. Lovely that from him. Goes to P8. I think that's someone else into the pits as well. D-Move, that is. Who else is out there at the moment? Kadon. He is invalidated his lap. Hazard, I believe. No, that's not. It's our Henson. He's only 9th. Ferrari's going to come across the line now. Jeremy Saff. He's only P7. And Cole Pillar only P13. And I believe that is everyone now. See drama on the invalid lap. Hazard. He is done as well. And Liam Z, I believe, is also following himself in the pits. That is your grid order for the first race. Rashik Mills on pole. A very nice picture for myself, I must say. A 27.5 was what I was looking for. And we have got exactly that from Rashik here. Lovely stuff on his return back. But at the moment, 2-horse race out in front, I feel like. Rio Harris probably beaten to pole. Last season's champion as he was flying Wisburn. But right now, Rashik and Wisburn look like they'd be on a different planet here as we go towards the race. Just think we're waiting for a few people to enter into the pits. But yeah, very close in the midfield, I must say. I mean, 28 28.4 from Aiden, so that's 28.9 to Jalen down there. So I mean, we're getting quite close to some of these laps, I believe. But yeah, so wait to see a jump come to the bits now. But yeah, lovely stuff. And I quite like that. Yeah. Well then, apparently there is rain, but I do not believe this. Obviously it is Bahrain. But yeah, I mean, I don't believe it's going to be rain. But anyway, let's quickly run through the grid order. Rashik Mills on pole position, Wisman alongside him on the front row. Rhea Harris P3, Liam P4, Dimoob in P5, and Aiden in P6. Jeremy Saf P7, Skills and P8, Arhenza P9, Nat Packers rounding out the top 10. Exotic P11, Pablos P12, Just Colpillo P13, Blackman P14, Jalen P15, Nolan P7, 16, sorry, Kadon P17, Hazard P18, and CJ Drama rounds off our field for the very first race that we are going to have. At least it's not a crazy field spread there. I mean, I think about 2 seconds is, I guess, realistic. Obviously, setup differences, especially at the start of the game. No one really knows what exactly is going to be it. But yeah, crazy stuff right now. But what I think is going to be more crazy at the minute is people's strategies. This is a hard one, to be honest. I mean, most people here are going to be seen on softs and mediums, but these strategies, they're going to get changed ASAP, I believe. I don't think anyone's really going to run the softs, at least at the start of the race. These tyres wear out fast here in Bahrain, especially with the new tyre model that we have. And I believe the absolute most you can push, like, tyre wear is a one-stop. Like, absolute most. Like, hard medium will be the only chance you really have to get it. And even then, you'll be likely in puncture range for both of them, unless you are very smooth on your driving style. So you just got to make sure that you're aware of that, and obviously don't want to burn out your tyres too much. But yeah, I believe two-stop is the mandatory one here. I guess if you are going to see soft tyres, I believe there'll be people on the two-stop easily. Soft, medium, soft, medium, hard, anything like that, or soft, hard, I do not know. But yeah, definitely require a lot of tyre wear here, and definitely require a lot of overtakes, I feel, especially with the tyre delta for a lot of this race, which is going to probably impact quite a lot of what's going to happen. And let's see, I'm hearing the counter ticking down. There is only a few seconds here to the first race of Season 12 gets underway. And here we go then to the 5 red lights we're looking at the top left of our screen with. What is it going to be when we go to lights out? And we are underway now, and it's a good start from Sheik Mills, but Wisburn has got far less wheel spin there, and Wisburn's going to immediately go into the lead of the race. Will he be able to keep that there? Into turn 1, Rashid tries to hold it around the outside. Huge front lock up there as he goes into turn 1. Ferrari off the track, Williams on the track, and Rashid does hold it in the end of things. Wisburn down to P2, both on the same time, mind you, but Aiden has made a great start there, up 3 positions on the soft tyres, and it looks like people are going to try and go for it. Aiden really clambering the curve there. I don't know if that was unfair or not, but he's going to try and make the move up into P2. He's side by side Wisburn, who is going to break, and it's going to be Wisburn there eventually after all of that. And there's some great starters up the field here, and there's all contact there with Jeremy Saf and Exotic Swords. Jeremy Saf is off, and our Hensel's trying to go for a move there on Jalen. He's absolutely sent one, and I believe he's only just got it done. There's more side by side behind there, Jalen and Knowing Light. Let's see what happens here. Looks like they're going to get all slowed down, only just slow, but some people here at the back of the field not really having a great start. Pablos here, for example, down 7 places at the minute. Look at that though, Rio Harris losing a bit of position. There's Dimoob as he's on the hard tyres. Rio Harris behind him on the mediums, and you go right on board with him. Look at this, he wants to try and get this move done immediately. Will he go into turn 13? No, he will not. Skimzan also, well, getting overtaken by Exotic Saucer. He looks like he's slacking a little bit through that first corner, and there's a Ferrari going wide again. Is that Jeremy Sapp or Cole Pillow? I don't know who that was, but yeah, definitely not having the most fun of times here at the minute. Ooh, contact there, and that's Blackbone with half his wing off. He's going to appear to the pits most likely immediately, surely. No, he's not. Surprised he's not at the minute, but anyway, he's going to stay out at the minute. Our Henson fighting with Skills down. There's more fights going on ahead. Liam Z and Rio Harris, let's see what they do. Into turn 1, it's a bit of contact as Rio Harris barges Liam Z off the track there. He's trying his best to get back on there. Exotic almost loses the car. Our Henson is there. Skillson's also there, but he's with Moxley a little bit. He's found his way out as our Henson gets through, and it looks like he's going to get through. Double overtake here. Exotic's going to lose 2 places, and I believe he just has. Yes, our Henson and Skillson both through there. There's the other flag as well at the back there. I think that's Jeremy Saff, who I think has just spanned the car. I believe it is. But yeah, crazy stuff so far. A lot of smoke screening here with the tyre lockups at the minute. But yeah, let's calm it down just for a second. See the drama came into pits on that lap 2. Let's see, any more fighting going down the field? Yes, there is. Jalen and Knowing Light side by side right now. Kadom picks up penalty already. As we see the drama, I'm not sure what those are for. At least we know that Kadom is for track limits. It looks like it's very close there between Knowing Light and Jalen, but Skills Down's got a bad exit. He's gone right through Knowing Light on the sub tyres, and he's going to go through. Looks like Jalen's got damage too on his car. Yes, half his wing is off, as for Blackbird behind him. So Nat Packers really needs to dispose of these two quickly, and he's going to try and get one done right now. And I think Jalen is going to be able to not really hang this one through, and he doesn't. So Nat Packers up to P12. Is anyone else going to peel into the pits? It looks like Skills damage. He's got wing damage too. Blackbone also not peeling into the pits. I believe he was really trying to get the DRS benefit, but I think now Blackbone, more than ever, needs to pit as he's under threat from Nat Packers. Rio Harris and Liamsey also going for it. Pablo 6 10 penalty for speedy pit lane. Looks like Liamsey had a bad exit there though. He's not going to capitalise on that. Blackbone and Cold Pillow, I believe, were fighting there, but no, Cold Pillow's got glass on his tyres. He's got a penalty for corner cutting, so I believe there's some issues there. And obviously, look at that, quite a lot of people into the pit set to replace some wings. Not the cleanest of starts it looks like, but obviously, first race on this game fully, and people are definitely going to need to know what exactly is right and wrong, and I think quite a lot of people now know what is bad around this track. But yeah, definitely ruined quite a few people's races so far, anyway, and people will then have to bounce back from them problem X pit stops. Good lord, I cannot speak already. My throat is already killing me. But anyway, though, interesting thing to note here, Rashik on medium tyres has broken DRS. He broke it in the first lap, and I think since then, Aiden sort of really hasn't had an answer at the minute. He's sort of kept pace, but at the minute, Wisburn and I believe D-Move, I think both are quite quick at the minute and are looking to try and pounce on Aiden. And I think the soft tyres wear out quite quickly in this race. So I believe, yeah, look at that. D-Move already trying to think about Wisburn there. He's trying to say, get the hurry up going. Look at this. I mean, look at that. Aiden, not really trying to go for a pit there. But yeah, Jeremy Sapp out of the session here, our first retiree of season 12. Wisburn is going to overtake 4P2. D-Move going to overtake 4P3. Side by side as they go. Aiden trying to hang around the outside, but he is not able to do so. Liamsey and Rio Harris having some great fighting against still. Obviously a little bit of push and shove on the first few laps, but it looks like at the minute they've sorted that one out. Liamsey up into 5th. As Rio Harris on the hards tries to defend now from our Henson. Our Henson tries going to the inside. Rio Harris turns in. There's a little bit of contact between the two of them there. But our Henson looks to be... No, he doesn't. Rio Harris gets the traction on the exit. And he's going to keep the P6 for the minute. Yeah, crazy stuff. But also, at the back here, Jalen comes to pits. He retires from this race. I think people are really trying to get, you know, just some sort of... solace in this race a minute by just pitting on some fresh tyres, hoping to God that somehow works, but some people have already given up, and I mean, I don't really blame them. I'll be getting some wing damage, it's quite hard to... Blackburn well off there. I don't know what was happening there, but it's like he was getting wheel spin very early on into that corner. Corner exit, sorry. No, very late on that corner exit, I should say. It hasn't got damage as well. No, I don't believe he has. I thought he did then for a second, but no. Blackburn here is still struggling at the minute. Just Copillo looks to go down the inside. Blackburn is just in a world of pain at the minute with that front wing damage. He needs to get it repaired ASAP if he wants any chance sticking with these guys. But yeah, near the back of the field, not what Blackburn would have wanted for this race. But anyway, Wisburn looking like he's still trying to stretch his legs down, trying to catch back up to Rashik for the minute. He's dragging along D-Move and Aiden moving for the moment. But yeah, right now, other fighting is also going on behind Liam's. He looks like he's broken a bit too late there, though. I mean, he's got a little bit of contact there, but Rio Harris is going to hold it currently. But both these guys got hard in the EOS. Let's tell on the telemetry. Look, 6%, 19%. Very close there. That was a very aggressive chop off there for Rio Harris. He's going to try and go for the switchback now. I think he is. Liamsey loses it. There's a bit of damage to someone. Who is that for? Liamsey, I believe it is. But I don't know. Has Rio Harris got any damage on his car? I can't see from here. Let's see. Liamsey looks... Oh, that's just not it. Liamsey, besides... Yeah, that is definitely not it there. I think there's no love lost between the two of them at the minute. Yeah, there'll be some sort of sorting out there, those two. And I think that is not really that on. But anyway, back to the racing. I don't know if Rio Harris has any damage. We might still try and see it here, but he's trying to defend from our Henson regardless, but he just can't do it at the minute. He might try to go for the switchback, but yeah, no, look, he does have a bit of damage on that front right end plate, and Liamsy there definitely has some damage after that contact that he had there. It was just a bit ridiculous in my opinion, just not needed, and yeah, we'll definitely get him a one-way trip to a huge penalty and a visit to the stewards. So yeah, awful stuff, don't want to be seeing that. But yeah, obviously wait until the reports are out. Maybe something big happened beforehand I didn't get. But yeah, just disgraceful really. Just backlash like that and just not go away in a league race. And yeah. Anyway though, we are still getting some fighting at least, which is clean. D-Move is past Wisburn there. Colpillo also gets past Liamsy here. Out of hazard, he comes into the pits. Serves a penalty as well. And needs to change his wing. So he is going to be in for a very lonely rest of the race, I feel, as he might come out near the rest of them, as Rio Harris gets past there on our Henson, on them hard tyres, but yeah, Liamsy might be having much fun there. He's going to come out the pits, I believe, right around Blackburn is the drama, so yeah, unfortunately, fields already seem to have spread quite a bit at the minute. I mean, quite a few people are still in DRS and sorts, but yeah, I think these guys here are probably the closest we're going to get to some sort of fighting for the minute. CA Drama looks like he's just got ahead there at Liamsy. He actually gets DRS off him as well, because he is technically behind at the DRS section point once he came out the pits, so he just takes a little bit more of that, and he's to be happy and on his way. But look at this though, fighting for last place, Pablos and Kadom. At least there's still some really nice racing going on at some points in this race. Pablos looks like he's just defended from him. CA Drama gets a penalty though for multiple warnings. Yeah, just still definitely not on for some of these bits of racing in a minute. I mean, obviously, yeah, things are high on this track. Definitely potentially is quite high in the league race, but yeah, no, definitely not this sort of thing where you just sort of chop off the people. That was a bit laggy there, but yeah, no, Wisburn is clear of D-Move once again. He is up into P2, and I think these two he's swapping quite a bit. That was a bit aggressive as well. I'm a bit worried now on what is happening. I hope that is not a sign of disconnection to come, because this is the first time I tried hosting lobby in quite a while streaming. I have got faster internet since the last race on FL24, but yeah, if it still can't cope, then it might need to still have someone else host this race, unfortunately. So anyway though, our Henson was fighting there with Rio Harris, but nothing's able to get done. Let's have a look. Colpillo and Hansen sort of sticking each other in the DRS at the minute, but yeah, still not really too much going on for these guys. Hazard just on the hards, really waiting for something to happen. Liamsy comes back into the pits. They didn't change his wing. That is the reason why. And he is, yeah, just in an absolute painful race now. The only thing to really save him is a safety car at this point, but considering some of the racing we've seen, I mean, it definitely is possible. Yeah, definitely unfortunate for Liamsy, but yeah, definitely sort of got what he deserved with that intentional breaking, because that was pretty disgusting unless there's some form of evidence which says otherwise it wasn't on purpose. I do not know, but yeah, definitely what I've seen on the comms box, disgusting, and yeah, definitely needs some trip to the stewards. Anyway though, looks like Rio Harris is maybe trying to start pulling away from our Hensons, knowing like back out quite a lot there, I believe. Yeah, second gear for the final corner. Being a little bit too conservative there from knowing right, but maybe some more DRS, but I think he's broken a little bit too much there. No, he's coming to the pits. Never mind. Oh, wait. Okay, I am not too sure what's going on there. Maybe this is a sort of issue in my game. I don't know, but okay. All right. I don't know what that was, but he's out the pits at least. So he's ahead of Skills Dan. Absolutely no idea what that was, and it looks like he's still going, at least decently well. I hope this is not some sort of AI issue for him, but yeah, no, like it's still going. Let's see how much he's getting caught here by Skills Dan, or what his braking is. This is facing some sort of AI here. Oh no, it's our penalty. Okay, right. I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe my connection's blowing, like, it's completely busted. I have no idea what's happening. Kadom's coming to change his wing as well. So yeah, just brilliant stuff at the minute. Absolutely brilliant stuff. I believe my connection with loading light has just been absolutely ruined. Let's just double check here. There's skills down. Yeah, I believe he's. Oh no, looks like he's back. Hold on. He looked like decent for a minute. This looks a lot more human-like. Yeah, okay, right. Knowing light is back. Okay, we're all good. Anyway, though, D-Move and Aiden coming into the pits now. So they look like they're committing to a two-stop strategy as well out there. Yeah, our Henson also coming into the pits. Ty once again, like I said, it is very high around this track. Colpillo also in. Yeah, no, like seems to be all good now. 4.3 seconds ahead. Yeah, that was a bit weird, but yeah, driving backwards around the track definitely got me the most there. Anyway, though, D-Move is out. Oh, and almost goes right into the wall there. Looks like he's really not liking them cold tyres. Looks like it's almost locked up right into the wall. As yeah, Henson seems to be doing the right thing there and actually getting out normally. I hope these are not some sort of AI things again. Oh no, let's had a desync issue again. Yeah, we'll see in a second here. Like Colpillo will try and get past, and that's what's happening to most people here. This would be really worrying. I don't know. Are these guys seeing desync? Which? Oh no. Okay. I don't know what's happening here. Some people look like they have actually desync. I don't know what's going on. This might be a big issue. I don't know what's happening. If there is a big issue of desync, then yeah, definitely gonna need someone else host this lobby at some point. Skills down. Wall is past zone. Let's have a look at his braking. No, his braking looks pretty normal, I'd say. Oh, bottom, but does not though. I am a little scared at the minute. I don't know what is happening. But anyway, though, Rashik and Wizban are in the pit, so I'll at least cover what I'm seeing on my screen. Once again, if it's just not it, then yeah, obviously we'll have someone else go and host these lobbies from here on out. Anyway, though, yeah, both in pits. Both of them for a hard set of tyres. I don't know that'll be to the end of the race. It could be, but hard tyres will not last very long now on this current game. Hazard, though, is going to still keep going out on the track there. D-Move is passing off the sword using the pits. Aiden is also past him. Will our Henson get past him off the swords here? I think he was fighting him on track, and he does. Yeah, so our Henson is past off the swords as he comes into the pits. We can out the pits, sorry. He's all okay. Yeah, no, like looks sort of decent here. Skills down. I also want to say is decent, but I don't know. I mean, this looks like normal driving, and I think it is, but it does seem a little slow as an exit here. Not too sure. Let's have a look. I don't know. I think this is pretty normal driving. I don't think it's like knowing lights. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, very little brakes. Yeah, okay. I believe knowing like's definitely desynced here. But I think everyone else looks to be okay. Something interesting I need to note here, by the way. I think Aiden actually kept his wing as it is. I think that's not repaired. Oh no, it is. There we go. Yeah, look, knowing like is back for about 3 seconds. He's back up into 10th. Yeah, once again, much normal driving there, but I think we'll just have issues as we go along with this. Who else has not repaired their wing? Blackbone has actually repaired his wing now. Is anyone else who has not picked yet, or has just, well, sort of just left their wing out to dry at the minute? Anyway, though, Kadon, Exotic Swords has got a penalty. Rashik is going to get past Hazard here as well, but he's got no battery at all, and that is a yellow flag. Who is that for? I think I see the drama in the Alpine. Yes, it is. Has he got damage? He only a slight bit on the right side of his end plate there, but I think he could be okay with that one. Exotic Swords are Henson also fighting here at the minute. Looks like no, light's gone back. No, he looks okay. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure everyone is all okay in this lobby in terms of connection. But yeah, Exotic Swords is past our Henson now on the medium tyres. Our Henson, I feel like, should just look to follow Exotic Swords till he comes into the pits. I believe there's no true point in fighting this for a minute, at least strategically, I think. Just wait for a few laps behind Exotic Swords and then sort of go for the move that way. But obviously, I can't tell people how to drive. I'm sat up here in the comms box. So, yeah. Anyway, though, Rashik is technically leading by a few seconds at the minute to Wizburn, who is only a few places away, and a few seconds away, but obviously he's got to negotiate Hazard, and I think in a minute it'll be Nat Packers, who is staying out on his medium tyres for quite a long time. I believe Yeah, you could be going for a one-stop here. I mean, Nat Packer's 10 laps on mediums is the longest person to extend the mediums through that stint. And I think this could be pretty interesting here as we see Rashid close right up to him. Definitely would have held him up a tiny bit there. That is not very good. But he's passed, I believe, here. Yeah, look, Nat Packer's doing his best all, just keeping the wings of his teammate there. But he is going to be definitely ahead as we go into the first turn. Nat Packer's just keeping it calm as Rashid locks up there. Looks like there's also more issues there. I believe for CJ Drama, I think. I hope anyway. Somebody's out really hurt Rio House's race out in front. Yeah, Nat Packer's just sort of just keeping himself all okay at the minute with his tyre wear. I don't know how badly his tyre wear is at the minute, but yeah, definitely going to be probably struggling by now. 11 laps on medium tyres. I mean, some people boxing as early as like lap 6, I believe, on some soft tyres. So, yeah, definitely Nat Packer's needs to sort of keep his tyres in check. But yeah, Hazard is even catching him on them older hard tyres. Well, same lap hard tyres, sorry. Yeah, it's definitely quite close between the both. But yeah, Wisberg now needs to negotiate Hazard and needs to negotiate him now. He's had a bad exit though. Will he be able to do it? He's had even more wheel spins. Won't help his tyre wear. Let's have a look. We'll be able to negotiate Hazard going into turn 11. Let's see. He's on the inside. I think Hazard, yeah, leaves him a lot of space there. He doesn't want to get involved. And I think Dimu also might the same treatment for Hazard here. He wants to get past quickly. Hazard might just say no fighting and sort of get on my own race. I think he'll do exactly that. Anyway though, he'll still be in DRS, so he'll at least get some small benefits of staying out here at the minute. Maybe trying that one stop as well, like Nat Packer's here. But let's see if he comes to pits. It looks like he is. I believe he is. Yes, he is. Nat Packer's is into pits. CEO Drama also out of the race. And Hazard here now, continuing to go on them hard tyres. I think he is really trying for this one stop. I think Nat Packer's might try and do the same. He's onto hard tyres, so he could be going to the end of this rate. But yeah, Hazard just keeping in the DRS for the minute. Maybe making Dimu's life a little bit harder here. He just isn't really able to catch on the straights right now. Anyway though, knowing like Cold Pill, I think these two are fighting. Knowing like no longer decent for the minute. Oh, okay, that's brilliant. Nat Packer's race has been ruined as well. As CA Drama has retired in the pits, and Nat Packer's has been sat there. Oh, spin out in front. Aiden, he is spun it in turn 4. Unfortunate for him on the exit of that turn anyway, but he's going to now be very careful of knowing like Cole Pillar. These two are trying to negotiate him while they fight each other. Let's have a look. Aiden won't be able to even make the corner at this rate. I think he's going to be all okay, knowing like it's really struggling though for the grip when he's right there. Going to be side by side now through turns 9 and 10. Let's have a look at it. Aiden looks like he's giving Cole Pillar the favour there, but knowing like back on the inside, and this is brilliant racing so far. And Cole Pillow really having to defend now from knowing like, I don't think he'll be under threat going into turn 11. No Knight tries to keep his car right there. Just to make sure Cole Pillow just knows. Oh, big disconnect there. That's a bit worrying, but I think he's all okay. But yeah, lovely stuff there so far. I think Aiden will probably come into the pit, so he's going second gear round. Some of these forwards you should not be going second gear round. Let's have a look. Cole Pillow looks like he might even try and seismic move here. Let's have a quick look. He was definitely following in the tracks of Aiden right now, and let's have a look. He was also, by the way, while I was saying that, I did get past Hazard in the end of it. Hazard was picking up DRS benefit in the end. Let's have a look though. Looks like Aiden really needs to start defending here. He is deciding not to box, and Cold Pillow is on the prep and 9, like he's using the last of his battery here. He's going to try and maybe think about sending the inside. Cold Pillow's done the same though. Cold Pillow and knowing like really having a nice bit of fighting here, but looks like Cold Pillow just had a bit of wheel spin there. He is not able to really capitalise on that. Hence also trying to get on the inside of Exotic Swords there. Exotic Swords just holds it around the outside there at the minute. But yeah, lovely stuff so far. From these two guys here, knowing like they're sliding around the medium tyres, they're already getting quite degraded at the minute. 6 laps is quite a long time already for these tyres to go. Cold Pillow gets penalty for multiple warnings now, so he's going to be probably on the same sort of penalties as knowing like. No, he's on another 3 seconds there. So yeah, definitely interesting. But anyway, we're going to have a look at these two. Rio Harris, I believe he's going for the one stop here. I don't think there's any other way about it. He's going to go for the one stop. Obviously doing his best to discount what Sheik Niels has been doing, what Wisbone's been doing, and what Demon has been doing. And I think he's doing that pretty well at the minute. He's just sort of managing his own race, and if he can get it to the end, he will be very happy with that. Anyway though, I think Hazard as well, also trying to go for one stop here. I think, well, I mean, realistically, what is left for him to lose? I believe. Yeah, he's got 13 places from P18 in a minute, and I think he just might as well, you know? I mean, obviously it's quite hard to normally overtake around this track when you have equal or so tyres, but yeah, definitely a good idea here for him. Just sort of just keep roughly within the ballpark of P1 and P2 in their sort of strategy, but it's definitely a one stop right now, working in the favour of him as he's up to P5. Oh, Henson, his teammate, trying to catch up back to him in P6. He just got past Exotic Swords. Cold Pillow and Known Light still going on here, but Cold Pillow looks like saving little battery. Known Light doing his best to defend. Let's have a look at this now. Cold Pillow on the inside. Looks like Known Light's just going to hold it around the outside. This is lovely stuff. I think these two have been probably the stars of racing at the minute, unless there's some it's not aware of. But yeah, they've been great so far. And I believe Knowing Light and Cold Pillow have been doing great. Liam's in there. Down in P15 getting a penalty as well. With skills down makes it a doubly bad afternoon for the McLaren team so far as he comes out 14. So yeah, nothing good for McLaren at the minute. What I will say, I think though, everything's going well for RB and Haas, I believe. I mean, I think at the minute Hazard will probably keep around this position in P5, P6 if he's able to get the one stop and keep it at this pace. Hence, I think with the two stop is naturally going to be about P6 anyway. Fighting Exotic Swords, obviously, but yeah, this is quite interesting in a minute. No second Alpine scoring. A Red Bull is scoring, but only down in P12, as Rashid Mills is going to pick up P2 for the team. But yeah, the second Red Bull not really doing much, just like in real life. And yeah, second Williams driver, not doing anything really to impact the points. Yeah, I think RB and Haas are in the driving seats at the minute. They are probably going to get the most points as a team out of this race. I believe P5 is 16 points, I want to say, and P6 is 14 points, just 30 points already. Rio Harris, obviously, yeah, not really taking much out of that, to be honest. I mean, yeah, 25 points for the win, of course. And then does the fast lap still does get the point for the fast lap, unlike in real life, who currently is actually held by the Sheep Meals. But that is not held by Rio Harris up in here. And I think the Sheep Meals at the minute gets 23 points, and that Packers gets, I want to say 3. So I think Red Bull's team here, even though one is down in P12, he does still get more points overall for the team than Rio Harris, and his Alpine sole carrying his team in a minute. CA Drama is out of the session. But yeah, interesting stuff in a minute. Will he try and come in now? Let's have a look. Rio Harris, no, decides to stay out in a minute. Let's see, is anyone else going to try and stay out? I think Hazard is really now having to sort of help his teammate here, R. Henson, but will he get out of the way by coming to the pits, or will he not? Let's have a look. There's, yeah, it's going to go on to lap 17 for a second. Let's have a look. Hazard is going to stay out here, so maybe, yeah, maybe putting the battery on none here as he's trying to sort of let our Henson go through. No, yeah, starts using the battery to try and defend from Exotic now, just trying to make his life just a little bit worse. I think Exotic does know that. He's got a lot of battery saved up, but this is going to really help our Henson here, as Hazard, I think, is just going to try and disrupt him just a little bit longer here. Yeah, look, goes to the middle of the track here. Lovely stuff so far. Will he try and pull off around the outside, though? Exotic really does try it. Hazard tries to give it a run for his money, but I think... No, Exotic just span it! Exotic, in trying to get the pressure building up, and trying to make sure that he's able to get past our Henson. No, he is span. So, ooh, Cold Pillow almost spinning as well, was knowing like went around the outside of him. So people are really struggling at the exit of turn 4. We saw Aiden spin there just a little while ago, and he's had that in P13. He got damage from that. So it's very lucky for Exotic that he was actually okay. Hazard also manages to somehow claw back into the DRS. I think he's mainly just struggling on the traction zones. I think, yeah, our heads are pulled about 4 tenths away just in the traction zone alone. However, this is what I want to see now. Rashid has caught up to Rio Harris. This is big, because Rio Harris has not stopped yet. Rashid has already stopped once, and he's going to pass him now. Look, Rashid will need to pit again, but Rio Harris at the minute might not have the pace to make this one stop work and come out still in the lead. Let's have a look, because Rio Harris right now, obviously still doing a great job. I mean, he's still in P2, like, you know, what else can you really ask of him? But he is going to be really struggling on the hard tyres. I mean, you can see on the visual effects, they are graining very hard and blistering well, I mean, not really blistering in a minute, to be honest. I mean, graining is mainly the word. I mean, obviously blistering maybe for the rear tyres. So they'll be running quite hot round it. We've seen a lot of people struggle with the rear tyres. It could be blistering, but yeah, definitely a lot of graining on these tyres now. As he's picking up a lot of rubber. He's already had DRS to Rio Harris, Exotic, Knowing Light, and Colpillo all into pits as they all get overtaken by Nat Packers and Pablos. And no, Nat Packers will not get Exotic Swords, but anyway, let's just try and have a look at some of the standout races here. I mean, at least so far, obviously. I mean, I think Rio Harris and Hazard obviously deserve the shout here. I believe they're only doing one stop. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to do the same, but I mean, 17 laps on these tyres. Well done to both of them, honestly. I mean, they've done great, and I think they'll probably just pit this lap, I believe. I think 11 laps of medium should be working now, as Aiden gets past Knowing Light. Knowing Light tries to hang it in there, but he's just not able to at the end of it. And Coldpillow is his next sight. So yeah, the the Knowing Light and Coldpillow fight has been momentarily broken up by Aiden, and it will then resume immediately afterwards. But anyway, yeah, Rio Harris into the pits now finally. I knew it was going to happen at some point, and here it is. Hazard also probably is going to be in the pits, but yeah, Rio Harris is on mediums. It's going to be quite undisputed here. He's on mediums. Hazard's going to come in at the same time. He will go into a set of mediums too, just make sure he slows down enough, and he does. So yeah, nothing too bad in a minute. I think Blackburn also actually is having a bit of a standout race here. I mean, he's had another lap to box, but yeah, I think he'll come out still around in this sort of pack, which I think is good for him. Obviously, with damage early on, he had to make an extra pit stop to go and restore his wing. But yeah, not done too bad, I think, in a minute. And I think he'll come out around this fight, which I actually really want to see now. Look at this. Aiden's not got battery. Knowing Light has. He's gaining on Aiden. Just goes to the outside now after switching to the inside to it. Let's have a look. A little bit of contact between the pair of them. Looks like a bit of rear wheel locking. Knowing Light just holds himself through there. Lovely stuff. Knowing Light gets right around the outside of Aiden there. Switches it to the inside. He's got him. Aiden tries to go late on the brakes. I think that's a bit of a late move there from Aiden. He might still go and find himself ahead, but I think this is yeah, pretty risky from Aiden there, and he's still trying to go and sort of fight with Knowing Light, but I think that might be taken to the stewards there, as Knowing Light has been half forced off there. I don't know about that from Aiden. We'll have to just go and wait and see what the steward eventually say. But anyway, we're going to keep looking at the fights that are going on here. Pablos and Exotic Swords. Let's have a look. Exotic Swords right on the outside of Pablos here. A little bit of contact though. However, lovely move. I mean, obviously Pablos. Actually, another person looks to be sort of doing some sort of one-stop or doing some very long strategy here. But yeah, he's a P7. Going to get caught by Hazard now as we have a look. I think Hazard just sort of accepts sitting back for the minute. Just waiting for the DRS and go and overtake Pablos here. Let's have a look. He's going to go on the brakes now, and he will now try and get past him. Let's have a quick look as he goes through the gears. He is absolutely sail past at the minute. But when he go and maybe take Exotic Swords here, oh my goodness me, he has him with the overspeed. Look at that, he's absolutely sailed past the pair of them. And Hazard up into P6 after all of that. And these guys up here still got a box again, unless they're going to go to the end as well, I don't know. But Knowing Light's gone. He's retired from the session, and unfortunately for him, I think that push to shove with Aiden was just a bit too much for him. Unfortunately, the fights to Colpillo are moving no longer in this race, and yeah, quite harsh on there, I believe Aiden was. So yeah, I don't think we'll have many nice words to say about that one in the end of things. But anyway though, Exotic and Pablo still sort of close to each other at the minute. Pablo actually still somehow under DRS, and he's lost a little bit as I go back onto him. Brilliant stuff, thank you game. Anyway though, Exotic is still on the back of Hazard, but he's not really getting many of the braking points right at the minute as he struggles with the dirty air. Hazard though, looking pretty comfortable at the minute on the medium side. So got to make sure he just makes them last to the end though. That's the only concern I feel that he has. Hence, I don't know how bad he's struggling on tyre wear. He might need to come into the pits eventually, but I believe he could be alright. I think everyone else out in front in the minute is sort of doing the same thing, where they just sort of, just wait. Just keep themselves waiting and see if the tyre wear is really that bad. But 12 laps, and he's not really, doesn't look like he's really thought about pitting at the minute. And I think the same is going to go for everyone else out here. Rio Harris is going to have a job to do, because even though he's doing the one stop, he's got to do a lot of time. He's got to claw that back. Hazard with the fastest lap as well. I don't know if he cares about the condition of his tyres, but I mean, good lord, he's going quick out there at least. So that is at least something for him. Blackman gets past Aiden there, so they're at least trying to get some points. Ford kicks Albertine. Wow, and there we go. Look, Rhea Harris, a penalty as well. So I don't believe this is going to work out in the end of it for Rhea Harris. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. D-Move, Wisburn and Rashik, I think they have all got this nailed on at the minute. Rhea Harris may not even be able to fully break away from my head with that penalty now. So I don't know what's going to happen by the end of this race. But I believe Rhea Harris may have thrown some of this away. And Red Bull are in some serious contention for some great points at the minute. Rashik is just pulled away from Wisburn completely, out in front. I mean, 7.5 seconds right now. That is some crazy work from the Red Bull driver. And Williams, yeah, just suddenly have an answer to it at the minute. I mean, obviously, he might try another stop, but yeah, I mean, look at that. Like a plume of smoke right there. Ain't really going to matter. He's gone. I mean, Rashik Mills is well up the road. I mean, so we have a look at it again as well, actually. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Henson into the pits. So he'll probably filter out right around the exotic stores and that Packers bit. And that's one less car for Rhea Harris to deal with. But look, here we go. Let's give it the leader gap now. Look at that. 24 seconds. I know the tyre delta is high, but obviously he's not going to catch that much in 7 laps, I believe, or 7.5 laps. He might sail up to D-Move, but that's about all I can see from Rhea Harris there in the end of this race. Oh, Henson, will he be able to get ahead of Exotic Swords here? Looking to the left of him, he's got right ahead of him, you know. I think Henson will also get DRS off of Hazard here. I might be wrong. No, he doesn't, but Exotic is going to probably have some DRS off of him. Yeah, and look at that. Exotic really trying his best now to get right up close to him. But right now, look at this. Haas on a absolute blinder, to be honest. I mean, Hazard on the 1 stop. Henson on the 2 stop. But yeah, I mean, I think they've done the absolute best they can at the minute. I mean, Hazard, I think, has done an incredible job to do a 1 stop. And Henson, obviously, I don't think he's really going to be able to get anything higher than P5 at this rate. I mean, Rhea Harris, D-Move, Wisburn, Rashik Mills, I believe all are faster than him. And I think this is the best you can get. And with Exotic also having a penalty behind him, he just needs to make sure he stays ahead, just at least comfortably. And he should be all okay. And yeah, just great stuff, I think, from that in the end of things here. I think Red Bull also in a big gainer. Rashik obviously in the lead, I believe. Doesn't have the fast lap anymore, but Blackburn does. But yeah, brilliant stuff from them too. I believe they'll be gaining quite a lot of points. I think they'll be the ones leading the Constructors' Championship. Unless Rashik has some issues, or Nat Packers has any issues, I don't know. 1 to 2 could happen. I mean, maybe Nat Packers is fit again. I do not know. I don't know people's tyre wear, unfortunately. But what I'm going to say now is that this is some great stuff from Hazard and Henson. They've sort of been working together this whole time. Exotic hasn't really had an answer here with his teammate out early on in the race, and he's just not really got the pace at the minute. He hasn't got the tyre wear either on them as well, because Hazard has quicker tyres, has the fresher tyres, and Henson with the same. Exotic also has got the penalty. Yeah, nothing really much they can do at the minute, and I think everyone else sort of settling in to what else they can do at the minute, but I mean, other than these two. Pablos and Liamsey fighting over the last point in this race. Well, I mean, Liamsey can't really do anything else for that one now. He might as well just try and hit some fresh tyres at this point. I mean, he ruined his own race. It's a bit ridiculous how he's done that, and that's how Pablos is just basically fighting him at the minute, but Pablos there, big block up as Liamsey tries to go on the inside. Yeah, just not really it in the end of things for Liamsey or Pablos. I mean, they're still fighting each other at least for that final point. Ooh, very close there between the pair of them. Ooh, Liamsey on the inside. Let's try and get the car slowed down. Just manages it. My goodness me. I mean, at least there's still some aggressive fighting at the back of the field, but obviously, yeah, we want to make sure this sort of stuff is clean and without contact. As we've seen early on in this race. I really don't want it to be that, because obviously no one's going to like it in the end. No one's going to want to race it, and I think there'll be some stern words to be given out at the end of this race. So, yeah. Anyway, though, that is this is now, and I believe he's not sure, has got a chance here to maybe make a move on Hazard. Hazard is splashing. He's not got much battery here, and I think the tyre wear is already creeping up to Hazard at the minute. Not too sure how much, but yeah, I mean, he'll be struggling quite a bit on them tyres, I feel. I want to say they're probably around 30 to 35% already because the tyres just wear so fast. And with lower fuel, I mean, sure, you're putting less load through the tyres, but you're unconsciously going quicker. You're going seconds quicker than what you are on higher fuel. And that is already going to contribute to higher wear, because you'll be under higher stress as it tries to go quicker here. But obviously, it's under higher load, under high fuel, but obviously higher stress once you try and really push the limit of the tyre as the fuel burns down. But at least at the minute, though, great teamwork going on here. I can see our Henson on the harvesting mode quite a lot here, trying to make sure Hazard just keeps in DRS at the minute, because our Henson knows he can't really go anything quicker than this. But I mean, yeah, what else can he really do? I mean, the only thing I could really, I guess, suggest for the Haas team to really make this thing work is maybe our Henson drops behind Hazard, and then our Henson goes on a defensive job for him. But I mean, obviously, there is the Drivers' Championship in play. I mean, you know, the quicker driver usually has to come out on top, and I don't think people, I don't think, well, at least our Henson will really like trying to play the team game that much for Hazard. Probably just wants to go and just keep it in DRS and keep himself safe into the line. Let's see though, because I think Exotic is going to try and line up and move soon, or he might try and leave it to the last few laps of the race. I mean, he's already lap 25, he's going to need to make a move sooner or later if he wants his position, but he might be waiting for that little bit extra time, really, as Hazard doesn't go a little bit deep in there, but Exotic also sort of follows him into that corner. Hazard not getting the traction he needs out there either. Blackburn also passing out Packers at the minute. Blackburn on much fresher tyres and much soft tyres as he is on the medium tyres. He's on 2 stops to be fair, but he's at least called himself up to P8. Nat Packers down to 9th. Oh, it's going to take off the detail now for most of this thing. Actually, I'm going to put the penalties. Just make it a little bit easier for me to understand. Exotic and Blackburn both on penalties. Coldpillar has 6 second penalties, so Ada will probably be, probably ahead of Coldpillar by the end of this race. This is some sort of mistake from him, but yeah. Really not too much else to say at the minute. Liam D into the pits for what I believe is a fresh set of soft tyres, so he'll go for the fastest lap in the end of things. But yeah, unfortunately after all of that, how close qualifying was for some people, the race is, I guess, half turned out to not be as great because of how close it's been. But yeah, here we go. This is the sort of gamesmanship we're sort of talking about here. But I mean, it's at the wrong Alpine, not the wrong Alpine, the wrong Haas at the minute. Henson sort of left Hazard for dust here, and Exotic now is going to be able to fight one-on-one with Hazard. At least he has, for his sake, restored a lot of his battery, Hazard, but I think he'll be able to defend this one. Exotic turns on the battery, turns on the DRS, and I think it's going to be a pretty easy pass for him to make. Here we go, Exotic up into P6, and Hazard might try and scare him with a little fake to the inside. No, I don't believe he will. But yeah, Hazard will probably sit back now and make sure he's in DRS each time, as Exotic has got a 3-second penalty. Or maybe he'll try to go for another move on him. Let's have a quick look. Here we go, down towards turn 4. Hazard's got it done before even the end of the straight. Here we go. And look at that, Exotic maybe trying to go for a move running outside, but nothing doing there. But yeah, really shows more to commentate out in front as Liam Z there sort of getting in the way of D-move as Rio Harris actually trying to catch him still. Said he might crawl up to the back of D-move before the end of this race, and it looks like it could happen, maybe for a podium chance, but yeah, D-move in a minute. Looks like to get DRS off these guys. The only thing we've really got to watch out for though is possible punctures. Obviously these people have been doing really well to stay out for this long, but no one's at their tyre wear so far. I mean, obviously, the most we've seen actually is, I believe, 18 laps from Rio Harris and from Hazard, but I do not know how much their tyre wear was at that point. And I think Hazard here is already actually struggling with tyre wear. There's only a few laps of a difference between himself. Oh, Exotic gets another penalty. So that is 6 seconds for him now. Hazard might not even need to worry about where he finishes exactly in this race now, because Hazard, who just dropped behind him, still finished P6 after all of that. So I think, yeah, Exotic sort of just racing to race at this point. Exotic just, yeah, wanting to sort of have some fights. Obviously wants to maybe try and keep ahead of Blackburn in that package if he can help it, but yeah, definitely be doing that, I believe, before the end of this race. Hazard is still at the back of him there, as he has a big lock up though into turn 1. But yeah, looks like all is okay. Hazard though, turning back on the battery, he wants to get back at Exotic here. Let's see if he's able to do it. I don't believe he's going to be able to though. Exotic is using his battery. Hazard closing up quite quickly, but yeah, nothing too much. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so D-Move now on his tyres has received a 3-second penalty, and there's only 2.5 laps left. Rio Harris has his shot at a podium position now. He needs to catch up to D-Move. Let's have a look. His tyres are probably really suffering by now. I'm really surprised there's no punctures, actually, for any of these guys out in front. But probably goes to show just how good their tyre management is out there. And I think Rio Harris also will be feeling the effects of tyre wear now, as I believe Hazard and Blackburn are too. But yeah, brilliant stuff, I think, from the one-stoppers right now. Hazard, I mean, obviously, I think the lowest of the three in the end of all things. Let's just double check this. Oh no, that Packers is actually the lowest in all of this, but I think, yeah, he might get caught by Cole Pillow in the end of things, so let's wait and see on that. But yeah, Hazard looks like they came P6 in the top 4, only doing one stops as well, so looking like the one stop, absolutely evidently the best strategy around here. It's just very hard to manage the tyres, so I think if you are able to do that like these guys are doing, and hopefully none of these guys got punctures, obviously, that's a big hindrance if you want to go and try and maybe finish this race. Biggest hindrance, I think, definitely. But whoever is really on tyre wear management at the minute, I mean, they've done a damn great job of it. I mean, Demon once again, Whizburn, the Sheep Meals. If none of them get punched to come across the line, I mean, brilliant stuff. Oh, Rio Harris gets all crossed up there, and I think he's able to at least still keep ahead into the DRS window. But this is not what he wants at the minute as he tries to catch D-Move. As we go near on to the final lap of this race now, as Nat Packers trying to also make sure he's able to keep ahead of Cole Pillow, who does have the 6-second penalty. But yeah, obviously Nat Packers, he's going to finish 9th in a minute. He's not going to get as many points as he would like. I'd also like to say though, Whizburn sort of turned up the wick in a minute. I mean, he has been closing slowly and slowly and slowly. Pablo's quickest lap of the race there in P13. Yeah, at one point I think I was mentioning that Whizburn was 7 seconds behind. He's now only 3 seconds behind. Look who's now only a few car lengths behind though as we go on to the final lap of this race. Rio Harris and D-Move. They've both got similar battery. One's got DRS open. D-Move just waits, but Rio Harris has a lovely send to the inside there. Last minute send that is. And D-Move can't really do anything to defend that in a minute. Rio Harris had planned to perfection. He's got the DRS. D-Move has a slipstream, but I don't think he's going to be able to fight back from that. Rio Harris just has the battery and the DRS there. He does have a bit of a slide there, but D-Move disturbed by the dirty air there. He is not going to be able to go any closer to that one. I think Rio Harris made himself up to a lovely podium there, unless there's any last minute warnings or penalties to go from him. But anyway, let's have a look further down the field as we go on to the last lap in other places. Nat Packers not got any battery left. Cole Pillow tries to go sailing around the outside of him. Lovely bit of space left by him and Nat Packers there. As Aiden watches in the background. We're going to watch actually Aiden here. He's going to watch battery left, but he's going to have the DRS. Cole Pillow doesn't have much battery either. Nat Packers may try and force a move here on Cole Pillow, but no. Aiden's going to force a move on Nat Packers, and Nat Packers couldn't really do anything to stop that one. And he is now down to P11 in all of this things. It's crazy stuff that they were able to go and do that. But yeah, I think that is the end of the fighting now. And I believe we need to have some great conversations here with Rashik Mills. He's not got much fuel left though. He's got the blinking light. But it doesn't really matter to him now, as he's going to claim a win here in the first round of Bahrain in Season 12. Whizburn in P2. Only 1.6 seconds away in the end of it. Rio Harris will take P3 in the end of things. D-Move in P4. Oh, Henson, great stuff from him. He needs to come home in P5 in a minute. Just he needs to wait and make sure that he doesn't do any sort of spins in the last corner. Liam's, he did get lapped at the end, but he finishes at least in 1 point in the end of things in P14. Oh, Henson finishes in P5. Exotic will finish on track in P6, but get demoted down to P7. So it's a great day for Haas in the end of things there. They go from P5 and P6. Blackman, unfortunately for him, did get quite a bit of damage in that race, goes to P8 by the end of things. Cole Pillow, though, looks like he's going to be able to get ahead of Aiden and Nat Packers at the end, but will drop back behind both of them. Aiden goes into P9, Nat Packers in P10, Cole Pillow in P11. Skills Dan will almost round off the field, P12, and Pablos, I believe. I don't think he's got anything else to really do here. I mean, he's on, I think, some worn soft tyres. Don't think he's going to go for any more fast lap attempts, because I think he already has it. Yeah, 29.9 in the end of things. So yeah, Pablos. Just wanting to make sure he gets to the end of this race now, and he will secure 3 points in the end of it. He knows he's just sort of going about at this rate, has a little weave about, and we're just going to wait for him to cross the line. So, yeah, definitely scored a quick lap though. I mean, look at that, 29.9. As for Liam's, he's 30.2. Only 2 people to be even in the 30s and 29 barriers, but so go into the pits, say thanks to the team, I guess, and that is him done, and that is the first round of BRL Season 12 done. I think it's been a pretty enjoyable race. Obviously, some racing still needs to be improved, we'll put it that way. But yeah, let's have a quick look who has got what stats actually here, because we've got quite a decent thing now. We get driver of the day, most of it takes previous driver, I believe anyway. But anyway though, Rashik Mills, lovely win from him. Wisburn and Rio Harris eventually filling out the podium. Great stuff for all three of those drivers. Rashik especially on the return back to this race. He is to this racing league. He's done great, I believe, and still at the top of the pace. Top of the pile for everyone here. Here you go though. Race winner, fast driver of the day, and most overtakes. I think Hazard, yeah, I'd probably say myself there as well for both of them. No cleanest driver, which is interesting, but yeah, maybe not many people were the cleanest drivers out there in the end of things. Anyway though, Rashik Mills starts on pole, finishes on top. Wisburn, actually top three, also the same there, Wisburn and Rio Harris. Diva moves up one place to P4. Oh, Henson and Hazard, lovely stuff there, P5 and P6 for Haas. Hazard with actually the highest grid jump in the end of things. Exotic P7, Blackman P8, Aiden P9, Napak is running out top 10, Just Called Pillow P11, Skills down P12, Pablos P13 with the fastest lap, Liam's the only one lapped, and the last half finishes with Knowing Lights, Kadom, CA Drama, Jalen, and Jeremy Saf all finished, or did not finish, sorry. So, yeah, brilliant stuff there for the first round of BRL Season 12. Obviously, some words need to still be had for some people, and I think you'll probably know who for that one. But anyway, next round will be around Melbourne. We have done this for a preseason race before this one, but obviously not everyone was present in that one. However, we will have to wait for just over a week until that one, and hopefully all of you will go tune in. Hopefully we'll have the same amount of people in the server to still go and race for us, and I hope you all enjoyed this one. Thank you very much. I'm Miss Cookie. This has been BRL Season 12 Round 1 in Bahrain, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.